Hey guys, what's up? TV's loud. Mike here, with my second video of the day. So I did review 5. So this time I'm gonna be reviewing Wolverine the X-Men number 6, by Jason Aaron, Nick Bradshaw, Justin Ponsor, and there's another person who helped on the art, I believe. My issue is actually damaged, which is upsetting. No, no big deal. And where's this? By Walden Wong, who also helped on the inks. Um, so this issue spins off right off 5, and starts off with actually Wolverine and Quentin Quire in space. They're in a spaceship, and Quinn is sort of complaining about this. And Wolverine explains that they're going to a casino, and Quinn's like asking their cover story, like one's a wacky, one's a unbalanced, mentally unbalanced war vet, and this super smart dude. What's their regardless, they go to a casino, and Logan brings Quentin to count cards, and it's illegal, but it's just frowned upon counting cards, but they're gonna use Quentin's powers. And Wolverine's like, if I say run, run. And Quinn, in his all upon arrogance, says running is for Homo sapiens. He's a mutant. So he shows up at the casino. He says, Kid Omega has come to gamble, and he's excited. They mentally talk, and Logan explains, like, you think you're so great, but all you've done is started a riot at school, and one single international incident. And Logan explains, he's done like 10 times worse at when he was that age. Um, so he's like, if you're so good, you're gonna help me save the school, help me beat the odds. Um, so then we move on to Kitty, and if you guys remember, Kitty was getting her body was infested by the Brood, and a bunch of the students, Kid Gladiator, Lockheed, Beast, Rachel Summers, Iceman were in there, like blasting Brood like crazy, um, looking for him. And Kitty's just, in her room dying, or in the med lab dying. You then see Kid Gladiator. He's actually standing on Kitty's heart while blasting shit with his eye beam. So apparently he's Superman, but not as awesome. Um, and they're trying to get out. There's a sword unit that's supposed to come and help deal with this, but they get killed actually by the giant alien that was on his way to Earth. He somehow floated his way to Earth, who has Brood as his pet. And and then Krakoa, the new one of the new guardians of the school, senses it, and he starts killing Brood. Well, these Brood bust into the school, and the school itself is a danger room. That's why Beast designed it to protect the students. So any illegal entry, and they start blasting at shit, and they take out the Brood. But there's already Brood who've infiltrated the school, so they managed to analyze the school's defense systems and break through it. This alien sort of diffuses Krakoa by like like a psionic like brain blast. Um, and Broodling shows up. The Broodling, who's part of the school, he shows up and says, like, Kitty, he tells her, I hear, all the Brood inside you, but there are more Brood, like, he hears in the school. And then you see they finally find Kid Gladiator, and he's like super excited because he's just inside killing everything. Someone tries to attack Kitty, and everyone gets separated again. And Kitty and Broodling run from this giant monster that's chasing them. And then there's this alien who's just run into the school breaking shit. Um, and he's like, the state of the universe is in this Brood's hands who's chasing Kitty. Do not lose him. Apparently this guy's trying to do a good thing, but you know how bad guys are. So you see, then we move back to Logan and Kid Omega, I guess gambling. Logan's like, cleaning up at the tables, and he's gonna change, you know, he's gonna change tables. And at the same time, Kid Omega is keeping eye out on all the tables, like who's cheating, like what tables are hot, who's angry at what, and he's sort of cheating at craps, and using his telekinesis to roll the dice. And they find out about him. They see him, and they don't like the owners of the casino, or the security don't like the way the dice are rolling. So they bring out this, they called the worm. So Logan's like, we got to get the hell out of here. Um, and we move back to Kitty, and she Broodling escape into the ice, the East Wing, the math department, Bobby's section of the school. And it's made of ice. It's actually really interesting. I like the way the school's laid out. Kitty traps Brood in like this force field to protect him, and she starts going out. She's gonna kill these broods, and she actually gets the school to materialize a gun and shoots this brood in the face. And it's just like, it's pretty interesting that the school can do what Beast has done to like change the school. And then she gets attacked by this big giant dude, and then um you see Kitty get thrown against the wall by this guy, and he's like, "I'm not here for you. I'm here for someone else." Um, and then we move on to Kid Omega. He's rolling in the money, and he's sort of cleaned up by using his powers. And then you see the security, and they bought this worm that essentially senses if someone's using their powers, like telekinesis or telepathy. And the security guy asks, what does it mean when the worm shits itself, like craps itself and then dies? He's like, either you got bad worm or like bad customers. Regardless, the security tries to apprehend Logan and Kid Omega, and they start, and then it's a combination of switching between what's happening on Earth and what's happening in the casino. Kid Omega is they get attacked, and but they start fighting the security guards, and then in Kitty's body, Kid Gladiator gets turned into a brood, and this guy is actually here to kill Broodling, not Kitty or the X-Men. So that's how the issue ends. Like everyone's sort of facing a dilemma. All in all, it was a good issue. From Jason Aaron, he's doing a good job. As I said, I really liked issue 4 over 5 and 6. 4 was good. I liked the whole school aspect, and I hope they could do that more often. Like the idea of issues taking place in the school, because it is supposed to. I think I'd enjoy more of these schoolyard shenanigans. But this is good. This was good. This combination of Logan trying to you know guide Kid Omega to be a better person, even though they're cheating at cards, like save the school, yada yada. But it's a good issue. I like the fact that they're going to a casino in space and just like trying to clean up. They could get enough money to buy Planet, but they just need enough money to keep the school going for a while. So they do that. But Kid Omega, in his arrogance, sort of screws everything up, and he goes a little too heavy. When it comes to the Brood thing, I don't really like the Brood. I think the Brood had already had a big arc in, I believe, Astonishing X-Men, and bringing them back here, I feel it's a little lazy to bring back the Brood, especially when there's so much Marvel, there's so much depth to Marvel that they could have brought out something else. I mean, you bring something recent to keep readers interested, but I feel like a lot of people who read comics, you know, sometimes like me personally, I feel that I like it when they bring back villains or heroes or just random characters from like back in the day, like Silver Age, Golden Age, just like the nostalgia factor sort of helps it. And if they revitalize them and make them more modern, that helps a lot. But I mean, all in all, like I don't mind the whole Brood thing. Like it's not a big deal. So good issue, great solid story. It jumps around a lot. That's my main problem with the book. It jumps around a lot. Like it switches between Logan and Quentin in space and between the ongoings at the school. So it's a little hard to follow at certain points, and the way it's laid out doesn't really help sometimes. So especially towards the end when you start like entire panels start being like alternating. But all in all, solid issue. I'm gonna be giving it a 3.5 out of 5. Just I hope it ends with a bang. I hope it doesn't drag on because especially because Avengers vs X-Men starts in April, and I'm really looking forward to this. I'm gonna be picking up. I don't know if I'm gonna be picking up. I mean, there's gonna be I think one in tie-in. I'm not gonna pick up all the books. I'm not gonna pick up Avengers or New Avengers. Maybe I'm not really certain yet, but Avengers vs X-Men. So Wolverine X-Men 3.5 out of 5. Solid issue. Not much. Not really spectacular, but good job. So thanks for watching, guys. I have other stuff coming up, I guess. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend and enjoy whatever you're doing and your books you're reading or movies you're watching or games you're playing.